Navigating through negatives, double negative dilemma. Hello, language learners. Welcome back to our series on grammar fundamentals. Today, we're diving into a topic that often trips up even native English speakers, double negatives. Specifically, we're going to focus on how to identify double negatives in sentences and how to correct them. Let's start with the basics. A double negative is when two negative words are used in the same clause of a sentence. This can be confusing, because in many languages, two negatives make a positive. But in English, using a double negative often leads to unclear or incorrect meaning. Here's an example. I don't need no help. In this sentence, the words don't and no are both negative, which makes it a double negative. Recognizing double negatives in a sentence is key to correcting them. Usually, a double negative will involve a negative verb, like doesn't or isn't, and a negative adverb, pronoun, or conjunction, like never, nothing, or nor. For example, in the sentence, she doesn't like no vegetables, doesn't, and no are both negative, creating a double negative. Sometimes double negatives are used intentionally for effect or emphasis, particularly in informal speech or in certain dialects. However, in standard English, they're usually mistakes. Here are some examples of common double negative mistakes. I can't hardly wait. The correct version would be, I can hardly wait. He doesn't have nothing. The correct version would be, he doesn't have anything. To correct a double negative, you typically need to replace one of the negatives with a positive or neutral word. For example, I don't need no help becomes, I don't need any help. It's also possible to keep both negatives if they're used to express a positive idea. For instance, I don't disagree means, I agree. And that's a wrap on double negatives. Remember, while it might seem logical to combine negatives, in English this often leads to confusion. Always try to use a single negative to make your meaning clear. Keep practicing, and soon spotting and correcting double negatives will become second nature. Thanks for joining us, and happy language learning!